Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Rich Ant, and I'm back with another video. Today I am working on a painting that has been a work in progress for quite some time. It started off as something I was working on for a commission, and then I didn't like it, so I put it down and just started all over again. So, picking it back up. And this time I did it while I was streaming. So, I was able to get feedback from the people watching the stream over on my Twitch channel. And I really love the results. I am so happy that I came back to this painting and decided to, you know, give her another chance. Very seldom do find myself at a place in my art where it's like I'm stuck, I don't like this, and I'm just not even going to finish it. Very seldom. I also noticed that, like, me personally, see a lot of artists who really, I don't know if it's self deprecate, but they just really, really, really critique their art in a way that seems very self deprecating, And I'm like, I don't know if they talk about themselves in general this way, but they're really super critical of their work. And a lot of times it looks amazing. I mean, I'm not no expert, but it looks freaking fantastic. And they'll just be like, oh, I hate this piece. And I just be thinking, well, huh? And I can, in my own art, I'm just not that critical. I'm not. I can see where I definitely need improvement, and some things will kind of stick out like a sore thumb to me about a piece that I might have been struggling with, and I couldn't quite get it exactly the way I imagined or hoped or wanted it to turn out. But for the most part, only I see those imperfections, and I know that. So it's just like, to the average viewer, they're thinking, oh, this is dope. Maybe to another artist, they might be thinking, I can see where she needs a little more work on such and such, such and such. But I'm just enjoying the journey, and I get caught up in the journey. I love the journey. And so I never hate it, and I didn't hate what was happening to the painting. It just was not at all the direction that I wanted to go in for what the person had commissioned me to do, and their personality style. Plus, they're a writer and they play The Sims, and their character, they use The Sims also as a story telling vehicle. And I know this, so knowing all of that, knowing their style and how their Sims are very stylized, I said, you know what? This wasn't it. Also, the sketch that I did originally, the person just looked a lot younger, had a very youthful looking face. So more almost childlike. So I decided on I just went a whole different, just instead of trying to work with what I was working with, I just started all over. Now I'm coming back to the painting. I remember the original way her face looked, and I only have that picture. I don't have a picture of what you saw this piece looking like before I started changing it. So I don't have, so that was it, and that was where I didn't like it was going. I liked the way it was. And I think later on in this video, because these are two separate streams, so later on in the video, I pull up my tablet and show an image of the way the painting looked, where I was still happy with the direction it was going in, but started realizing she's starting to look a little too old. Not old in the sense of old, but just not as childlike as I wanted her to look. But anyway, this is now a finished piece that I love, and it's the third one in the Bookworm series. The person who commissioned this piece, she actually was the one who inspired and sparked this whole series, because she wanted her to be a reader, have a book in her hand. That was one of her requests, that she have a book in her hand, or that she be reading, or something to that effect. So now I've downloaded all of these poses of different people holding a book, different women holding a book. And I just want to do a whole series now. I don't know when that series will stop. And think, I think all of them are going to be the same size, 18 by 24. Although, because I'm taking really relatively high resolution pictures, they could be printed on canvases that are much, much larger. But say had you bought an original that was the size of a canvas, much larger, it would have been even more expensive. So this is a way to get affordable art. If you want a big piece to go over your, I don't know, over your sofa, your bed, or in your office or whatever, 18 by 24 is a pretty nice size, especially once you frame it. And I'm going to do these on panels. I did one on a traditional 1/2-inch canvas, only because I was out of panels and I didn't want to paint over this piece that I had shelved. I knew I was going to come back to it. And I was just thinking when I was working on this and I was talking to the stream that this is there's only one painting in my entire 12 years of creating art. And I've created a lot of art in that 12 years. Some that I was just experimenting with, but still I finished it. So this was there's only one painting in my whole entire 12 years where I have a piece that I've not finished, that is still a work in progress. And it probably, to be honest, will never be finished. And it's an angel that sits in my room. And she's just like my little guardian angel at this point. She's finished, but she's not finished. Like, I thought she was finished when I signed her, but then my mom brought to my attention and highlighted some things where I could have enhanced the picture even more. And now that I have more experience under my belt, eventually I probably will get back to her. But she's not even varnished, so I definitely could go ahead and get back to her after I dust her off. And I might even record that series or do that on stream. Anyway, so I had such a fun time fixing her up and getting her where I wanted her to go, this particular piece. This is Bookworm number 3. So, but I want to title them each, not just Bookworm. Like the first one is Miss Bookworm. The second one is Miss Bookworm HBU edition. So this one, I wouldn't say head in the clouds, even though she's definitely in a very cloudy background. But you see later on, with the page, I did, something with the pages off screen because it just hit me in the middle of the night. And I did a mock-up sketch of it in my digital sketch pad. And then I said, okay, I took a picture of it, mocked it up in my digital sketch pad. And I said, okay, we're going to do something with these pages. And then just said, I can't wait till the morning. And I just jumped up and ended up working on did the pages, and the sun was coming up. So, yeah, I really love this piece. So I think that this one is going to be Dear Diary or something to that effect. I don't know. I'm still not sure what the name of this bookworm is exactly, but by the time she gets at home, I'll have a name. Hopefully. Something to sign in the back of the painting and the certificate of authenticity. Yeah, so what else? I'm doing a voiceover. It's clearly that I'm talking in this video because I'm streaming. And if you haven't checked out my Twitch channel, please do so. I definitely stream over there a couple of nights a week. I prefer to stream midweek and Friday nights. I haven't done a Saturday night stream yet. Not saying that I won't, but I definitely turn on the camera on Wednesdays and Fridays. But I want to actually stream daily, but I just want to stream different content daily. And since I'm What am I doing? Since I'm trying to create art every day for the month of October, whether I'm well, be creative every day for the month of October. Um, and this is honestly just to challenge myself to keep the momentum going. I'm not saying that I'm going to stop in November, but this is just something that it had been a long time since I really had created anything consistently. I think 2019 I did one painting from start to finish, and I think, let me see. Hmm. Maybe that's not even true. Maybe I'm trying to think, when did I actually finish Miss Bookworm? I finished Miss Bookworm in 2019. So I started, okay, so this is what happened. There was a commission I had in the end of 2018. So I started that at the end of 2018 and finished it in the early part of 2019. Then got the commission for Miss Bookworm #1 and finished that one. Then got the commission for Miss Bookworm #2 at the end of 2019 and didn't finish that till almost a year later. That's just how crazy of a rut my mind has been in when it comes to painting. But now that I'm not in that rut anymore, I just can't believe that happened, because it's just like, it's such a good place for me. Like, I'm sitting here trying to think, because the story is always in my mind. I've been writing this story and enjoying the process. I'm on the 8th chapter. And in this chapter, season, I call them seasons. I'm in the 8th season, and I'm more than halfway through that season. I usually stop at 50 episodes per season. And they're usually, for the most part, because it's a picture book storytelling. Like I said, I'm using The Sims as a vehicle to tell the story. Um, I'll post a link to my blog too if you want to read it. In the beginning, it starts off I didn't have an editor. I didn't have someone proofreading for me, and I didn't know how to use Photoshop. Can you believe it? All these years as an artist, I did not know how to use Photoshop. So it's crazy how The Sims and storytelling has taught me how to be a better artist and edit my photos and things like that. So yay for gaming, right? So anyway, that I use that. It's always on my mind, and it's kind of like an alternate universe to my own life. Like, had I done things differently or made different decisions, some things are loosely, very, very, very loosely based on my life. And I say that because I don't want y'all thinking all of that stuff took place, from the past. Some of it, but not all of it. Anyway, so, but it's not a story about me. It's a story about an artist who I call my better self, but initially in the beginning, because I did create myself in The Sims, my best self, because she doesn't look like me, but inspired by me, I guess I could say. I called her Simself. So in the beginning of the story, she is referred to as Simself, but then I changed her name to a name that I always wanted if my name was not Antoinese. I like my name, but just thinking like, had I been able to pick my name, I would have picked Octavia. I just love that name. I like the word October. I like Octavia. I like Octagon. I just like that. I like names too that begin with O. I love Olivia. I love Odom. I love Obadiah. I like names that begin with O. But anyway, we're getting off the subject. This is an interesting voiceover. I'm kind of just like rambling on and on. Not even talking about my process. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just kind of working on this painting, and it's oils as always. Well, not always, but most of the time. Oil is definitely my first love. And like I mentioned before, I can't believe at one point in time, I was so intimidated by it, or I felt like I couldn't do my art in a fast and efficient time if I used oils. But the funny thing about it is, even when I was using acrylics, especially once I started really getting into portraiture, I I really used a lot of slow drying blending medium. So I worked like an oil painter. I used lots of layers, thin layers, and I wanted them to dry slow so I can continue to blend and blend and blend that skin and create the nice values and transitions that were seamless, because that's my style. And I've tried loosening up. Okay, so this is the piece right here where you just saw was the sketchbook drawing that I felt like where she looked, the original painting was not going in that direction. And granted, it still is not like that painting. I mean that drawing, but I think I was explaining to the chat why that piece was left undone for so long. But anyway, yeah, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I don't remember. I just get so sidetracked trying to look at the screen and monitor what it is that I'm saying, and sometimes interjecting about my process, and then also just chit-chatting, you know? So, yeah. This is a point. I think I took it off the easel because I was trying to see if they could see whether the lips look glossy or not. But they definitely look glossy. I'm looking at the painting now. It's still with me. I haven't listed it yet for sale. I haven't even actually taken a formal picture of it to post and say available for purchase. It's completely dry now. So before I varnish it, I want to take it outside, get a good picture of it, and then I'll varnish it. And while it's drying, I'll just be editing it in Photoshop for prints and upload it to my store and list it for sale. Probably by the time this video goes up, it'll be listed. And I don't know how many of these I'm going to do, but I have quite a few poses. I think I downloaded, let me look. And I want to do all kinds. Like I want to do a goth girl. I want to do a ginger with freckles. I just want to do a lot of them. But let me see. Did I download it? Yes, I did. I downloaded. Ooh. I downloaded. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 so far. I have 6 poses that I like. And 2 of them I chose because they were a challenge. Because, you know, hands are hard and their hands are kind of doing something, you know, where it would definitely be a challenge that I'm up for to paint or draw rather, and then paint. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, what I want them to look like is the question. I think I want to work on some sketches, some concept sketches. The goal for now is to, one, just kind of reignite my YouTube channel, reignite my Instagram page, and definitely grow my Twitch channel, because I can, I guess for lack of a better word, double monetize, because with Twitch, you know, there's the subscriptions. And I want to start my Patreon account back up, because you know, I got to make this money. I got to figure out a way. I'm not going back to the salon. I don't know. The way I feel right now, no, I'm not going back. With the way this COVID is set up, I just feel safer here in the house. Maybe if I had my own private suite like I used to have, I would feel differently. And actually, like if I had my own private suite, like in a office park where it was my space, I would feel differently. But I don't. So here we are where I'm showing you in this video. This is the second stream. You're seeing what the painting looked like when I still liked it, but still felt like Let me see if I can work on that a little bit more. And that's what I end up doing. It's going so fast. I'll show you some pictures if I remember to add that. And I'm just talking about some of the other ongoing paintings that I'm working on at the beginning of that stream. And you can see the pages that I did. I drew up a mock one in like I said, my sketchbook, Autodesk. And then I said, okay, that looks good. And decided to go ahead and actually make it happen. So at this point, I think what I'm doing is just adding some gold, pale gold oils. The pale gold by Gamblin has a really beautiful metal finish. It almost looks similar to, or if not identical to, liquid gold, liquid gold leaf. I like it. It's also $21 for a tube of it. So I'm trying to make this little teeny tube I have left. I mean, this is a small one. It's a 37 milliliter one, and it is so flat. There's hardly any. I'm like squeezing it like a toothpaste tube, trying to get the oil in there. That's I mean, the paint that's in there out, and I also have to add a lot of paint thinner to it, and maybe and to keep it, constantly not from drying out on my palette, some linseed oil to it to keep it creamy and have a good viscosity so that I can do the line work, because the tube is pretty much done. But I made it work and it looked good. It's hard to see it on the camera, but it really has a beautiful metallic finish. I really like it. I actually wish I used it for her jewelry in the piece, but for her jewelry I ended up using the yellow gold, the regular gold paint by oh, this is not even, oh, this is just gold by Winsor and Newton. I think they didn't have any pale gold when I was at the art supply store by Gamblin. But that Gamblin's pale gold is absolutely divine. It's gorgeous. It really does, to me, have a really beautiful metal finish. I worked on the book off camera and the pages off camera. I don't know if I said that already. And I just got up in the middle of the night. Here I'm asking if I should write on the pages, and the chat said, yeah, write on the pages. So I started writing on the pages. And at first I was just scribbling. And then I continued to scribble, but I just wrote very, very, very scribbly. But it actually, the words, it said something, but it's not legible. If you can read that writing, you're amazing, because I don't even know what. Oh, I could see some. I see slightly some things, but maybe it's just because I know what I wrote. But I wrote a lot of positive affirmations on those pages, and I do that in my artwork. Not necessarily like this, but in my artwork, whenever I paint a background, before, when the canvas is still stark white, I write all of these positive affirmations on the canvas and then paint over it. It's almost like me trying to, like, just not necessarily bless the canvas, but bless the person who owns this piece, who purchases this piece, that they have, peace, love, joy, prosperity, whether that's financially, monetarily, or, just in their life, just goodness in their life, that they are also people who not only receive kindness, but will be kind and be light, in other people's lives. So hopefully that works. I don't know. But, just some good energy in the painting that can hang in someone's home. I think about that too. Even when I was as a stylist, I used to do that thing. I used to, when I was shampooing their hair, try not to, leave my stuff at the door and just shampoo and really like massage into their scalp good energy, because sometimes you have to do that to combat some of the negative energy, because some people be coming in here with an attitude and they ain't got nothing to do with me. But I finished this piece on this stream. I like to add the lashes last. That's kind of like part of signing the painting. So I'm adding the lashes. I think I did a few more little tweaks here and there, and then I signed it. And then I went ahead and continued to stream, but I worked on some other stuff, some more affordable paintings, that I feel like they're affordable because I did them literally like in one sitting, just about. And they're small. They're like, I think the largest one was a 12 by 12. So those will all be paintings that'll be in my store for under $100, and they're very autonomous themed, or they're landscapes, very whimsical, surreal landscapes. Um, I'll leave the people who like to paint inspired by Bob Ross to do the super realism landscapes, and I'm gonna just continue to do the landscapes the way I like to do my thing. And here I'm signing the painting at the bottom. And that's it, guys. So I'll be uploading another video soon because I have some content for you guys. So I just got to edit it. And thank you for watching. And I hope you are subscribed. And I'll see you here on the next video. Bye.